Warning, this Spoilercast does contain spoilers of current and past movies, books, games, TV shows, and possibly your life. So if you're listening to a show called Spoilercast and you're pissed off that we gave away spoilers, we really don't care. Thanks again and have a wonderful day. Hello and welcome to another All Tower Media podcast. In this episode, we dive into Deadpool. That's right, the Merc with a Mouth has finally hit the silver screen, and the Spoilercast crew is diving in and busting down that fourth wall. We hope you enjoy. Be sure to check out spellbook.com, where you can find all the latest from Spellbook Studios. We wish to thank them because they always give us a safe and secure place to cuddle, as well as record the Spoilercast podcast. We also want to give a big shout out to D.A. Roberts, who has written his 5th Ragnarok Rising book. So far, the reviews have been very positive, and the story just keeps on getting better. Check out his books over at darkwaterfiction.com. Also, go see our friends over at Flick Freaks. That's pretty much any social media site /Flick Freaks. Check them out on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. No, but they're a great bunch of guys and have a great show. Be sure to check them out. Andrew and a couple of our guys from Spoilercast make a outstanding show. They also do some great reactions and Let's Plays. Now perk up your ear holes, boys and girls, because that mouth is running. Not Deadpool's, but Roper's. Listen and enjoy.
Welcome to Spoilercast by All Tower Media. That's Jareth over there looking like a cracked out Asian.
Looks like a turtle with his penis out.
Oh.
Who all watched that video? I know you two did. Did you watch the turtle trying to have sex with a skate?
You know, I did not.
Well, by God, that's going to happen by the end of this show.
Oh, of course it is.
So,
can it happen after the show? We've got another video to talk about here.
Yes, we do.
It's true.
Yes, we do.
Well, a movie.
A movie to talk about.
Movies are on video.
I'm fairly confident.
You're so smart, Jareth.
There you go, with a skate. Yes.
Got my
there you
gamble.
go. So, it's like a, how did you say it?
It's like a fucking scary extendable shovel.
It's the most awesome thing ever. We're going to take a moment here while Allie gets caught up with what it is we're having a conversation about.
Is that a skate?
It's a roller skate. Yes, it is. You can tell because those are straps.
That's an inline skate.
Yeah,
yep.
those are rollerblades.
Are we keeping all of this like in the podcast?
Oh, yeah, this is happening. We're doing this right now. Josh, if you're listening to this, you should totally watch what it is I'm...
Oh, my God. It just shot right out there, didn't it?
And then it opens up. Look.
Yeah. It looks like a spade. Oh, my God. No, that looks like a trilobite. That's what that looks like. It's got that horseshoe shape to it. Wow.
It's like some kind of...
It's so angry.
Sea turtle penis. I can now cross that off my bucket list.
There you go.
Like, I didn't know that was on my bucket list.
You have to understand something. At some point in time throughout your life, you're like, how do turtles have sex?
No, you know what? That question never really occurred to me. Never thought to ask that. I knew it had something to do with eggs that get buried in sand.
Now, hold on a moment.
All I needed to know.
Hold on a moment. Do you know the name of a female turtle's vagina? Because if you do, I'm going to stand up and applaud.
Is it cloaca?
Nope. Is it a vent? Nope.
No, I don't know.
He's known like 3. That's why I had to ask.
I know a lot about vaginas, not too many tortoise vaginas.
Well, shame on you, apparently.
We will get back to the introduction here in just a moment. What were you going to say?
I've always wondered how T-Rexes had sex. Because, I mean, if you think about it, the tails are, like, long and fat.
Yep.
I mean, they can't really do it missionary, I don't think, because they couldn't get back up.
Tyrannosaurus sex.
Oh, my God.
It's always bothered me.
He's standing back there, and she's screaming, pull my hair, and he's yelling, I'm fucking trying.
Exactly.
I have a big head and little arms.
Little arms. I don't think this is very well thought out.
That's probably why they're extinct.
Probably had nothing to do with anything else other than the fact that we just couldn't procreate. There was a certain amount of them that were set up, and that was it. So back to the introduction. This is Spoilercast by All Tower Media. This is Allie getting ready to talk. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, what's the excuse for the rest of the dinosaurs then?
They also had weird tails and were difficult to get at.
Maybe they were like snakes where they're like stuff coiled together like so.
Weird.
Have you ever seen a snake have sex?
You know what? I have seen a snake. Have you ever seen a dragonfly have sex?
Yes, I have. They get attached at the base.
They get attached at each base.
Yep.
And then they like shape in such a certain way that the tails like make a heart. It's actually really pretty.
She's like a dragonfly fanatic.
Oh, you have no idea.
If you all had no idea.
Sounds like a dog knot.
Moving on, this is going to be our Deadpool episode.
Yes, this
We're
is.
going to be discussing the movie Deadpool. If you couldn't get
obviously
that
this
from
is a rated R podcast.
Oh yeah, very much so. We're talking about animal sex like nobody's business. So the voice you heard just a moment ago that was trying to put us back on track is Jareth. Hi, Jareth. Hello. And then Dire Monkey has been going on exponentially about his knowledge of vaginas.
Well, talk about what you know.
Okay, so now what animal vaginas do you know of?
No.
Well, now I'm curious.
We will have a Spoilercast episode with Spellbook.
We will spoil all the vaginas.
Wait.
Oh, wow.
So it's going to be the vagina episode?
We can totally do that.
Can we title it the vagina monologues?
We can call. How about we call it the?
Well, is the vagina dialogues? Because there's more than one person talking.
Love it. The vagina dialogues.
Perfect.
Sold.
Future episodes set in stone. We're ready to go. Moving on.
Deal with it, Josh.
The pussy pontification. Oh my God, guys! The Pontiff of Pussy would be the best title. I am the goddamn Pope of Pussy.
I think we found a new shirt.
You broke Allie.
I speak for Vagina God.
You broke Allie. She's having to take her headsets off. High five, Jareth.
Oh, son of a bitch.
You're so far.
Okay. Let's get back on track here, shall we?
Big deep breath.
Were we ever on track to start?
we've been derailed the whole time.
We
I'm trying here.
We saw the beginning of the episode. We said hello to everyone in the room because that's all we have with us right now, and we've established this is the Deadpool episode we're going to. So basically, I think
we looked at the track, saw it, and then turned away immediately. We were like, nope,
not yet. We're not quite there yet. So now we are. Deadpool. Jareth, I know you literally just went and saw it.
Yeah, I got out of the movie theater about 50 some odd minutes ago.
Oh, see, I went and saw it last night.
Rock on!
Yay!
I was afraid you didn't make it.
I thought I told you I was going to go see it.
No, and the only person who's not seen it so far is Dire Monkey sitting right there, and I am sorry.
Oh, sorry, Dire Monkey. Hey, you know who went with me to go see it?
Who's that?
Nobody.
Hey, you know who?
Me either.
Me neither.
Except a bunch of weird strangers.
We should have gone together. I just figured you'd seen it like on opening night.
I went. We established that last time we were in here, though.
No.
She wasn't here.
Oh, you weren't here.
Yeah,
You
I was
probably
not
haven't
here.
listened to the new episode.
No, I have not. I haven't had time yet.
Well, there's that, and Josh hasn't posted up the episode yet.
Well, why am I going to want to listen to it? I'm not on it. I mean, hello.
Hello.
Hair toss.
Contact. So, I have one complaint about the entire movie, and I mentioned it to Jareth just a little bit ago.
He said that there weren't more penises in it.
There was just the one.
There was just the one, but you did get a couple decent shots.
And you got one of it as a monster penis.
That's true. Well, it wasn't really a monster penis. It's just
it's all like weird and
there you
necrotic.
go. Yeah, that's
Creepy-
better. It was
creepy
definitely
penis.
necrotic. That's the best word for it. That was very much so. So no, my complaint is that basically 90% of the movie was in trailers before you went and saw the damn thing.
That's
I had the same complaint. I actually have a couple of other complaints, but I did have the same one. However, the scenes that you saw in the movie, based on what you saw in the trailer, were a hell of a lot more graphic.
Oh, yeah, but they're
I
extraordinary.
wasn't expecting that.
They are extraordinary, and I love them. Don't get me wrong. This is probably one of my favorite movies.
See, and I disagree. It was good. I wouldn't classify it as one of my favorites.
I think it was, and I think it sets a good baseline for another one.
There was a few things that annoyed the crap out of me.
Well, what annoys you?
Well, as much as I love Ryan Reynolds, and I get that he was the perfect role for Deadpool, the breaking the fourth wall, and I knew he was going to do it. I knew it. It's not a surprise, but it still annoyed me just how much he broke the fourth wall.
That's supposed to happen.
I know.
A lot.
I know. Like I said, I get it. I just didn't realize how much it was going to annoy me on screen until I saw it.
Why did it annoy you?
I can't explain it. It just
Some things just rub you the wrong way.
Yeah, and
I didn't have a problem with it, but I could easily see somebody.
I think it was fucking fantastic,
And-
especially whenever he gets to trying to distinguish the difference between which Professor Xavier they're talking about.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. Well, and one of the things that annoyed me, first of all, when an actor addresses himself in third person as if he's talking about himself in real life, it's a different character. He referred to Ryan Reynolds. Insulting Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds doesn't get by on his superior acting skills.
Yeah. I thought that was kind of dumb. And I didn't like the fact that he obviously addresses a crowd of people. He refers to many people. Nobody can ever watch that movie alone now because of the way he breaks the fourth wall and addresses multiple people.
Well, he tends to use...
But what happens if other people are watching the movie at the same time you are?
Nobody ever thinks about that when they're watching a movie.
I do.
Well, you're a freak.
I know. Like the fishing hat story.
Well, I've moving on.
That's going to make my porn watching really weird for the next week or so.
How many people are sharing this moment with you? You're not alone.
Now it's a special moment.
See? I think in such an angle that makes everybody go, all right, God damn it.
By and large, whenever he's speaking or addressing the viewers, he tends to use fairly neutered pronouns. You. Things that could mean a large group or a singular person.
Yes.
Or basically any combination of people, sexes, races, etc. So it's usually fine. Like he's like, you should look away for this, and he turns the camera away or something.
Which I thought was fantastic.
What the hell did he do to him that we couldn't see?
Because it's like the rest of the movie wasn't violent enough.
Yeah, I mean...
No, it wasn't apparently. Brain matter splattering and watching a body liquefy as it hits a freeway
Which
sign.
was wonderful.
I literally didn't... I mean, you've seen me. You saw me in Star Wars. You heard me.
Yep.
That was another one of those audible gasp moments.
You were 3 rows behind me. And,
and he could hear me gasping. Yeah, that was another one of those audible gasp moments.
Awesome.
As soon as I saw that body just crumple against the freeway overpass, that I was like,
That's exactly...
I wouldn't really go with crumpling. I would go with splat.
Splat,
That's precisely what a fly looks like hitting a windshield.
Yeah, right.
Where it just hits and kind of folds out around the edges.
What's the last thing that goes through a bug's mind when it hits the
It's
windshield?
ass.
It's ass.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Not that guy though. He just kind of hit it. He kind of hit it like
face first.
yes, he did. But not just face first. It was like
face. Like a microsecond ahead of the rest of the body.
Yeah,
he kind of went in there at an angle, like, and then he did exactly what you expect him to do, and you saw it in the trailers. Mm-hmm. He eventually came down, and then hit the ground.
He was up there when I got here.
That was up there when we. That's before all of this got started. Colossus, and I do like the fact that they pretty much shoveled that straight into the existence of all of the other X-Men movies by putting in the mansion and
yeah.
I do also like the fact that he addresses, well, maybe the studio ran out of money and that's why they only have
I thought, okay, that cracked me
the
up.
studio couldn't afford more X-Men yet.
Another X-Men other than Colossus, which I think that they did that right. I'm glad that they didn't go with a
like
person.
a full damn team or like an actual actor
for Colossus, where it's just some guy and then they end up CGIing him as he goes into a fight. They just left him as metal up Colossus.
Yeah, and as opposed to like, I'm Colossus and now I'm Colossus.
Right.
Interesting factoid. I did not realize that Colossus was Russian before I saw the movie.
Yeah, he is super duper Russian.
I did not know that. So
Well, yeah, because you probably watched the X-Men movies.
Exactly. So I saw the man turn into Colossus, and he talked like a regular American person, and then here's Colossus and Deadpool with this super thick Russian accent. I was like, what?
He did not have Slavic accent where he's sitting here talking. No,
See, like,
you cannot.
Colossus has like 3 character traits. Strong, turns into metal, is super Russian.
Super duper Russian.
So.
I didn't know that. So when he started talking, I was like, huh?
You're like, who the fuck? They did that wrong.
I was like, somebody fucked up.
Like, what's it he always calls Wolverine? I think it means like brother or something.
Yeah,
in,
I don't
Russian.
recall.
But he like has like very specific Russianisms that he's always saying.
I know.
Because so many people in those most things are kind of caricatures.
I'm sure there's people that are going to chastise me for not knowing that.
No, you'll
listening,
be all right.
But I don't care.
No, you'll be all right.
Now, I will say, I went into this, I was ready to hate this movie.
Were you?
Yeah, I was like, I think this movie's probably going to be really dumb. I didn't. I actually really enjoyed it.
It's really funny.
The fight scenes were not as martial artsy as I thought they were going to be.
Which I was kind of happy about.
Yeah, it worked out. The exception being the fight with Francis at the end, which was awesome as shit.
Ajax.
He got that from a dish soap. Yeah.
You got that from a dish cleaner.
Oh, Francis!
I'm going to spell it out for you.
So that
And then he did.
the fight scenes were obviously way over the top, but they fit within the movie's logic system. Especially with all of the winks and nods that the movie's given you. And the humor is just fantastic.
Yes.
Like it's definitely got its own aesthetic down.
Yep.
It knows what it's trying to be, and it stays there.
Yes. I really enjoy the fact that he's trying so hard to bring all of the guns with him at that
And he
last
always
fight.
fails.
And he always is like, damn it.
That scene with the fucking taxi driver after he'd given him the advice, and then he's got the guy in
the
the
trunk, yep.
Oh my god, that killed me.
As
Why
soon as
would you do that? I'm so proud of you.
You know what you have to do, and he's doing the kill him thing. As soon as he started calling him, I was like, he's going to wreck, and that guy's dead.
Yep.
But he's not dead.
No.
He's going to get arrested. He's got a whole bag full of guns and a person tied up in the trunk.
Well, the trunk was folded in, and the guy was screaming. I don't think he's going to be all right.
Yeah, pretty sure his
Hi, Dopinder.
pretty sure his buddy is dead.
Bandu, his cousin? Or,
Yep.
Yeah, cousin.
Yeah.
Was it cousin?
I think
Yeah,
it was
it's his cousin. He stole his lady friend from him.
Stole her.
Gita.
Gita.
He's like, you know what you need to do? You need to fight for that.
Can we just pause for a moment? I don't think I've ever seen another superhero, anti-superhero, whatever you want to call him, saw off his own hand.
Was that not fantastic?
Dismember his own hand. And then when he's laying there with his friend later, the tiny little baby hand rubbing on her chin, I was like, oh my God, that's gross.
I like how he's like, you need to leave. It's probably going to feel so big in my head.
She takes his shit in stride really well.
Does.
Well, yeah, she truly, truly does. No, he has this little itty bitty, tiny, basically baby dwarf hand, and he's like, "You need to step out of the room. It's time for me."
The
to play with
insinuation is that he's going to masturbate with that hand.
He's going to beat off with a tiny little dwarf hand.
I feel like that'd just be kind of hard and frustrating.
Yeah.
Probably.
Hey, you know what, though?
It-
Bless him for giving it a shot.
I mean,
You got to build up strength in the limb.
like, try going at it with just like 2 fingers. It's not going to get it done.
I guess it depends on how well endowed he is.
Well, he's obviously hung like a turtle.
Jesus. It wasn't that wide.
That is going to be a new thing. I'm gonna hit you with a shovel. So I enjoyed the hell out of this movie, but that was my chief complaint. You noticed an inconsistency, mild, but you noticed one.
Well, yeah, it's a slight continuity issue. Mostly it's more egregious because it happens pretty back to back with itself.
Right.
I can't remember the character's name. The chick played by Morena Baccarin. Anyway, whenever she's getting out of the hyperbaric chamber the first time, she cuts herself on the katana.
Yeah.
Because she pulls it out with her hands. The second time, after she gets thrown off and Colossus and Negasonic Teenage Warhead are helping her out, you see her hands again. Not only is there no blood on them, her hands are fine.
Yeah.
They are not cut.
Vanessa?
Oh.
Vanessa.
Yeah.
I'm looking that up right now.
Okay.
But I will say also,
I like how whenever I look up the IMDb, not to cut you off here, but it starts with Ryan Reynolds and then Dopinder is the very next one.
really? Oh, he is the second scene, so
Yeah.
that's listed in order of appearance.
Appearances, yeah. And then Ajax, then Warlord. And yeah. And
Now
they,
here's a question. When Ryan Reynolds, or when Deadpool, Wade Wilson, when he meets Vanessa in that bar for the first time, what is it that he says that she does?
it is Vanessa, by the way.
I know.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
What is it that he says that she does?
What do you mean?
He asks her what she does, and she says yes, but he said it so fast that I couldn't catch it.
Something about fluff or something like that. But it's insinuating that she's a prostitute.
Right. Okay. Just making sure I had that correctly, because then they started talking about monetary exchange, and it confused me for a second, because
Yeah.
I just figured she was a merc with the rest of them. You know,
No, she could be.
she could be, but sure didn't seem like it. You know.
Well, I mean, she stabbed a dude pretty damn quick.
That's
Most people, even after a little bit of torture, will kind of hesitate.
Yeah.
She was just like, "Fuck it, cut my hands, let's do this."
Yeah.
Now, I would like to point out, Jareth, that right here at the very top, it does show her as listed as copycat.
Huh?
I know, right?
Weird.
Who?
Very
What?
weird.
Copycat.
Another Marvel character that overlaps quite heavily with Deadpool. But
Do we have a title for the girthy girl at the end that's fighting Colossus, the one that is actually able to hurt him?
They called her Angel.
They called her Angel.
That's copycat,
Okay.
right? So there you go.
Wait, why are we bringing her up? What relevance does
Because-
she have to...
This character right here, Vanessa, is listed as copycat.
It should be mentioned. Isn't Colossus made out of fucking adamantium?
No. Let me double check the factoids here.
I didn't think
Pretty
so.
sure he was like pretty much damn near unbreakable. Like he's another one of those bullshit powerful characters, and that's why they don't bust him out most of the time. Because who the fuck's gonna hurt him?
Yeah.
Also, their primary bad guy. They have so many guys made out of fucking metal, and their primary bad guy controls fucking metal. So they need to reassess their team lineup.
Maybe.
So if she's copycat, does that mean that there's a possibility that she may come back?
Potentially.
So something may still cause a mutation with her, even though she didn't spend a whole lot of time in that hyperbaric
It's
chamber.
just
Or
kinda-
maybe she was already mutated and we didn't know.
Maybe. Ooh, plot twist. Ooh.
Okay, so let's see here. Organic steel transformation. Colossus is a mutant with superhuman ability to convert the tissue of his entire body into organic steel-like substance. The substance, resembling steel, is of unknown composition, but appears to be something in carbon steel.
So not
basically.
not adamantium.
Okay. Still, carbon steel is tough as shit, and
Right.
she was like bending it.
Yeah.
Whenever she was choking him with that wire.
Choking the shit out of him.
Yeah, you remember how Deadpool had the floppy hands after he tried to punch him in the dick? And then here comes this tubby bitch. She one hit and not. He's
I like how he kept
he
trying.
gets cross-eyed. He has no pupils or irises, but you can still see that he goes cross-eyed.
That, and she punched him in the dick so hard he flew
Yeah.
backwards.
Yeah.
That's how you end a fight with me.
Well, yeah.
You hit me in the dick at all, and that fight's probably over.
What do you mean,
Pretty much.
probably?
I mean,
You're going to take a bow.
well, yeah. My point is I'm probably not going to get back up for fear that that's going to happen again. Like I'm
That would
out.
be a justifiable fear.
This is me tapping out right here. He's like, "Oh, I've got to get back up." I'm like, "Fuck that, nah." She punched you so hard in your metal dick, you flew through the air, and you're like 14 tons.
She probably made his metal balls go back up inside.
Also, if his shit gets bent, does it stay bent when he turns back into
Oh,
metal?
that would suck.
Why?
Like, is his neck all crinkly now as a person?
No,
Probably
it showed
not.
him later, and he didn't have
Yeah,
the
he didn't
creases.
have it.
I specifically looked for that. So
Yeah.
Man, that's some bullshit.
I do have to say, I think my favorite, the most unexpected scene that I really truly enjoyed was the first moment you meet Wade, where he's in the bathroom of the guy's apartment and the pizza
Oh,
dude
yeah.
shows up. I love
I'm here for you.
that. He starts looking at this guy going on about how he's a douchebag, and this other dude's just like, "You're gonna fucking get it," and all of a sudden he's like, "Oh no, douchebag, I'm here for you," and he's like, "Wait, what?"
what?
It's like, you had to do this at some rando person's fucking apartment. Why?
Oh yeah, he picked another asshole. Two birds with one stone. Come on.
Yep.
It was super duper awesome.
Hey,
though.
I like
Man,
the hard
they're
parts
jeans.
line. And then he kisses him on the cheek. Came out wrong, or did it?
I like the line where he talks about the guy's jeans. He's like, "Hey, it's jeans. It's dungarees. It's
not a chandelier.
It's not a chandelier."
Do guys bedazzle their jeans, and why?
I don't know.
It apparently is a thing. I have seen men with bedazzled
I feel like
jeans.
that'd be
I have
really
seen that, too.
uncomfortable.
Yeah, no.
Like I don't even like buttons on like the back of my jeans.
I have a
and
hard
shit.
enough time with
sit on it.
I was
and
gonna
then
say
it hurts.
I have a hard enough time putting my wallet in the other pocket because it's like my ass is like eroded on one side.
Oh yeah, because now you've got like your ass as part of your butt padding.
Yeah, your wallet fucking like makes things level. If you put it in the other pocket, you're like, God damn it, what the hell?
That's
is
how
that?
I like if I'm wearing.
It doesn't work. You have no idea what the struggle is. You have no clue.
Actually, I do because I keep my phone in my back pocket. That's
You
pretty
don't
goddamn
always.
thick
You don't
phone.
always keep it in your back pocket. We're talking about a facet of a man that's always in their back pocket is
Okay.
their wallet.
Like it was.
Like
Whatever.
I feel like I'm offsided whenever I take it out and leave it someplace and then sit down.
You're George Costanza.
On the bright side, it does make it harder to leave it. I mean, anytime I'm wearing
That's
these
true.
pants, if I go out the door and I start sitting in my car, I get in my car and I'm like, something's definitely not right.
You start kind of bouncing on it a little bit. You're like, yep, left my wallet inside.
Now, if I'm wearing different pants, like pants that I know don't have pockets, it's a little bit easier
Yeah.
because then I'm like trained. I'm like, okay, I shouldn't have it. If I feel anything back there, I've got a whole new problem. I sat on something.
This is a whole different experience. Yeah, you kind of get used to that. So but there were scenes within the movie. I think one of my other issues that I had with it was the squinty guy that was trying to sell him on the whole fact that we're going to make you into a superhero.
You mean the guy from
Yeah.
Galaxy Quest?
Yeah.
yeah, that guy. I think
I think he calls him Jared
yeah, I
because
think
he
so.
makes the footlong, fully
Yeah.
loaded joke.
I don't like the fact that they were basically using him as like an evil version of Phil Coulson from all the other movies.
Yeah.
That's
Well, I mean, you got to have a recruiter, and that's what a recruiter looks like to everybody in the Marvel universe.
apparently.
You have somebody with just a little bit of hair, a little bit squinty. They're definitely wearing a suit.
Okay.
Poor Mathis. What have they turned him into?
I mean, that's how you define that character.
Yeah.
He's a character archetype. We see him all the time in comic books, especially. I mean, comic books define them.
Yes.
So I think that's fine, especially given the context. Like if he was like also super powered or like some other guy, that'd be weird as shit.
Yeah.
If he was anything more than he was, which was just a little shit weasel bureaucrat.
Speaking of Weasel, love Weasel in this movie. Made me super duper happy.
That's the bartender, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
that guy was a lot of fun. Also,
He was pretty damn funny.
this is a little thing, and at first it annoyed me, but like right whenever the movie's opening and it's got the initial crawl, which is going through part of one of the later scenes, which is weird, that part is, but like all of the stuff is like made by some assholes and
That
stuff
cracked
like
me up.
that.
The British villain.
Yeah, with a British villain, the comic relief, a CGI character.
Yeah.
Like for the first two, I was annoyed. I was like, "Really, you're going this far with it?" But it was so charming. I couldn't. I was like, "Fuck it, this
It
is
did
funny."
start out annoying, but it definitely
Yeah.
did become
Tell me
charming.
you watched
Actually, that's a good way to describe this movie. Like,
Started out annoying, but became charming.
everything they do that is funny because it keeps happening.
Yeah.
It's a little bit over the top, but it just keeps with it.
Like, if any of those jokes or any of those mannerisms had been throwaway, like, one times, I would have been like, ugh. But the fact that it was nonstop,
Yeah.
it always was what it was.
Yep.
So, like, if Deadpool was just like, I crack one joke like this, and then I leave that, and then I say other shit all the time, I'd be really annoyed with him.
Yeah.
But the fact that I know that anytime he's about to fucking speak,
It's going to be solid gold.
it's going to be some fucking stupid ass shit or a long stream of obscenities that turn into a name. I fucking love it. His,
You know the scene when he's strapped to that table and she puts the gag in his mouth and then he's sitting there struggling as he's getting injected. And then Francis nods.
What?
And he goes, I'm sorry, you have something in your teeth. It's been killing me.
Made
And
you look.
Yeah, it made you look. I literally thought that he was like struggling. Like
And
finally
then-
we're seeing some humanity here.
No.
Like
No.
some realization of mortality that
No.
he's getting injured. Nope.
He
I'm
doesn't-
sorry, you have something in your teeth.
He doesn't
You're driving me crazy.
because he doesn't give a hot shit. And then later on, he does it again.
he is indomitably sarcastic.
Yes.
Like,
I love how Francis even tells him, like, the one thing that never survives here is a sense of humor.
he's like, we'll
see
see.
about
yeah.
Okay.
I would
Apparently,
say that
you don't know.
Yeah.
that's pretty close to the only thing that did survive.
Yeah.
in him.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So basically, we've made you indestructible. Kind of got to say I'm a little jealous. Mm-hmm. And he's just like, yeah, you're going to fix me because, I'm butt ugly. Which I think is really, really funny that that's his motivation for all of this.
Right?
Also,
Yeah,
he doesn't look that bad.
No, yeah.
No, he didn't look that bad.
He still has great bone structure.
Still, oh yeah, when you see him without his shirt off, he still has great muscle tone.
Oh yeah, well
You
of
know?
course he does. He's throwing motherfuckers around.
Right?
Except
No,
for Colossus.
He still looks fantastic.
He comes out of it and he's all fat and but he's also necrotic, so it's like bleh. It's like waves
Ew.
of gross.
It's just waves. Ew.
No, he doesn't look that bad.
No.
The jokes are still fantastic
Oh, yeah.
about it. Like what is it? He looks like a testicle with teeth.
You look like a
Yeah,
testicle with teeth.
Looks like an avocado fucked another avocado.
Like an older, grosser avocado.
Yeah.
But it was like a hate fuck. Like, how does that matter?
So oddly specific.
But perfectly well rounded.
You know
Yeah.
what? So many of their insults were like pinpoint. They were like they shot a needle out of a cannon at
You know what I was waiting for? In the trailers, you see that scene where Weasel is insulting Wade, and then Wade just goes, "Thank you." I was waiting for that "thank you," and I didn't see it.
Yeah, no, they cut
Yeah.
that scene down.
Yeah.
because in like two different trailers, there's like three different insults he says.
Yep.
And none of those ones were there besides the avocado one.
Yeah.
Which is
One of them-
unfortunate. I
one
would
of
have liked to
them's-
seen more of that.
One of
Just
them
like
was
him
the
just tearing him down.
You look like Freddy Krueger had sex with a
Topical graph.
topical graph of-
Face fucked a
fuck-
topographical
graph
map of Utah. Yeah.
Yeah, that one was pretty good.
Again, what does that matter?
What?
That doesn't produce offspring if that's what he's going for.
You just look awful. Just awful.
I love how at the end, like he's
That
going
he's
through all of
the
this
cartoon version of
to
him.
get to Francis. No, just that he's trying to get to Francis, and then Francis is like, "Did you really think I could cure you?" And he's like, "Did you really think it was smart to admit to not being able to do the only thing I kept you alive for?"
I do like the fact that the Colossus is trying to like step in.
Like, in the middle of his
He
monologue.
doesn't even fucking
Bam.
give him a chance. He just blows his head off, and all of a sudden the Colossus spins around and starts puking.
Because he's a goody two-shoes, right?
I thought that was very.
He's
human.
like, "What did you do?" He's like, "I fucking killed him."
It's worth mentioning that
You were just going on
Negasonic
and on.
Teenage Warhead killed like at least two guys.
Oh, yeah, at least.
Yes, you did.
Like she splattered that one motherfucker.
Yep. I do have to stop for a brief moment.
But Colossus didn't see any of that.
Yeah, that's true. I do absolutely enjoy the fact that during the middle of all the scuffle there, before he gets up on top of the very obviously fallen helicarrier for Shield.
I don't think it's allowed to be S.H.I.E.L.D.
Doesn't matter. You know it is. It's the same damn thing. It looks exactly like it.
I did also think it was probably a helicarrier, but it could have been an aircraft carrier?
Doubt it.
See, I thought it was an aircraft carrier.
Doubt it.
But
It
then
didn't
again,
look like
what's
a
it doing in the middle of fucking New York City?
Right. So
It
anyway,
did also seem to have a turbine on the side.
that's
so-
what I was looking
See,
at.
I didn't see
But
that.
it was ruined, so I'm not 100% on what the fuck that was.
Yeah.
Well,
so
we'll research later.
as we are in the middle of the fight with the little flunkies that are down here on the ground, there's that moment where he's like, "Hey." He recognizes the
Yeah,
guy
the
that he's fighting
other
against.
Spec
He's
Ops
like,
guy.
"Hey, how's it going?
I
What's
haven't seen you from TGI Fridays.
You've been doing okay?" And the guy's like, "Yeah," and he fucking kills him.
No, he just knocks him out.
I'm pretty sure he dies
He
anyway.
fucking kills him.
Because he
Well, he gets crushed once everything collapses.
He
but,
fucking kills
But
him.
no, Wade spared him. He didn't kill him. He just
fucking-
knocked him
and
out.
then he lines him up with all the other corpses,
Which,
and then
by
the
the way-
whole entire ship falls down on top of it all.
Right on top of him.
not to mention that all those dudes up there shot down at that sign where
Right.
he was standing.
Well, and I thought it
did.
was fucking hilarious when he said he was going to spell out Francis for him. I
And
just
then he
imagined
did.
it was going to be in blood.
Nope.
He used actual fucking
he
bodies.
used all the corpses.
All the corpses.
Also, something nice. Negasonic Teenage Warhead's effect in the battle was largely effects, like not like special effects, but like she was affecting the environment to assist because she's not impervious to bullets.
Yes.
So she was in cover the entire time.
Yep. I do enjoy the fact she basically used herself as a cannon to get him up there.
That's pretty much what she did all of the time.
Yep.
She's like, I'm going to knock this thing over there so that I am always safely behind other stuff.
Yep.
When she shot Deadpool up onto the ship, I thought that looked like a fun-ass ride. I was like, that looks like fun. I want to do that.
Well, I don't know. He was smoking by the end of it, so I think there's probably a good chance that any of us would be pretty close to death.
Probably.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit.
Wasn't it something that she did that caused the collapse of the entire area that they were in?
Yeah, she went completely nuclear on Angel
Yeah.
and like Falcon
That's right.
punched her in the head.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't see her again. did we?
Here's what we're going to do.
Colossus was carrying her.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's what he was carrying.
Oh. And
Oh.
the fact that she fucking gets her titty knocked out, and he's like, "Oh, hold on a second. Oh,
Right?
they didn't show hers, but they show everybody else's titties. It's like, what
Of
the
course. Of course. Everybody else gets titties except her.
hell?
Apparently.
Well, you know,
Well, in the context, like the fact that
it was with Colossus.
Colossus was supposed to not be seeing it, and he was actively covering it with his hand.
and his head's in her way, and she's like, "Oh, well, thank you, thank
so
you." And then
sweet.
she
And
just
then she
jumps up and fucking punts him.
Yep.
That's when she punches him in the dick.
Yep.
He's like, nice, and then she's like, oh, that's so sweet. Well, bam. And then he flies through the air and lands on the ground like, oh, my fucking dick.
And now he's laying here,
Also-
questioning. It's like, okay, let me
I
ask
should
you.
have just looked at the boob.
Hey, Deadpool, Colossus are having a little conversation. They're going back and forth, and he's like, "Oh yeah, and how did that work out for you?" Because I shot that guy in the fucking face, and he's not going to be a problem for us in the future. So maybe we need to start killing a few more of these fucking bad guys.
Here's a weird question. If he gets an erection while he is made out of metal,
Why are you so all up on Colossus's dick,
You know what I
dude?
think? Okay, so
they're all up on Colossus's dick.
So why is I am suddenly having a moment where I'm wanting to say it's the movie Clerks. Was it Clerks? No, it
Mallrats.
was
Mallrats, where he's
Mallrats.
talking about Superman busting a load like a shotgun.
Well, he's talking about that, and he's talking about
the things, dork orange.
things. Yep, and I like how after it was supposed to be Stan Lee in that, right? And he's like,
It was Stanley.
well, I like how he's sitting here. I'm saying it was supposed to be him that's saying this, where he's like, why is your friend so obsessed with superhero genitalia?
Right?
Why I'm suddenly having this same moment with you?
Well, I'm going to go with the very obvious reason of I like my superheroes real. So like if you don't consider all of the aspects of a character you create,
Do you watch The Big Bang Theory?
I don't. I hate it. I despise
Yeah.
it.
There's actually an episode where they're all sitting around the living room talking about comics, and they're discussing things like Wolverine's prostate exam.
He has someone else do it, I assume.
yeah. And oh god, who else? I can't remember the other one.
Also, I don't think he can get cancer.
Well, if he does, it's going to be like Wilson,
or maybe
just
it was,
perpetually healing itself back to the same point.
no, maybe it was whoever has to give the thing a prostate exam. I don't know, something like that. But they have this discussion that you need to watch it for at least that episode alone.
You
Because
figure out.
that
you
like,
figure out
2-minute
what.
conversation
You
is
figure out what
hilarious.
episode it is. He'll watch that one.
I'll send you like the 2-minute YouTube video of it or something.
Well, it's worth mentioning that the majority of heroes that we have now are heroes that we've had for ages, from more innocent times, quote unquote.
But Deadpool came out of the 90s.
Deadpool did come out of the 90s, but even still, he still kind of exists within this mentality, this idea of what comic books are. Of course, he breaks some of those rules. He breaks some of the morality rules, but there's a lot of ideas of like, oh well, we don't need to explain that to you. Like, you don't need to know that. It doesn't matter.
Like what?
Like, for example, how the hell does Superman have sex and not kill somebody? How the hell does he ever punch somebody through a wall and they don't go splat? Actually, how does he ever interact with anybody in a violent fashion and not murder the shit out of them?
He's obviously showing restraint.
Clearly, but if I go through a wall at a bank, like one of those big ass banks, like a wall that they hide money behind,
Right.
I don't go through that wall. The wall goes through me.
Right?
He punches motherfuckers like that all the time, or he'll shoot like laser beams at them and they go to sleep.
Maybe that's what the laser does.
They're sleeping.
Look, the little guys.
Batman's
He's he's all tuckered out.
Batman hits motherfuckers with cars. The Batwing has a goddamn rocket launcher on it that he shoots all the goddamn time.
I don't believe in guns.
That shit's amazing. And he karate chops motherfuckers with blades on his goddamn arms.
Oh,
and
no,
everybody's
it's
Triangle
fine.
blades.
like,
That stuff's not lethal.
so many motherfuckers.
Obviously.
It's all Nerf stuff. You didn't know that?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you can stop a sword and break that with a Nerf fucking... Anyway, so
It's Wayne technology. Don't question it.
there's this level of lack of thought that goes into a lot of comics. That goes into a lot of comic-related things.
I think that's why Rorschach is probably one of my favorite comics.
Rorschach's awesome as shit. Actually,
Yeah.
The Watchmen's just super
Yes,
good.
it
The
is.
Watchmen is amazing.
Because first off, like none of them give a fuck about killing a motherfucker.
Yup.
Rorschach's like, oh, child molester got out of prison. Well, dropping him down a goddamn elevator shaft.
Yup.
That's not, oh, I'm going to break his legs. I mean, they're dropping him down there to die.
Yeah. Or the fact that in the graphic novel, and I'm really glad that they did it in the movie, where he goes to the first bar to get information, and the first guy that cracks off at him, he walks over, gets the guy by the hand, and starts breaking his fingers. And as he's leaving, he's like, well, the first place I checked out at didn't have any information. He's like, you just broke all that man's fingers, literally.
Virtually for nothing.
For nothing.
Like, Rorschach's kind of a psychopath.
No, he's not kind of a
He's
psychopath.
a complete psychopath.
But at least he's directed towards a sort of good mission.
Yes.
Yeah,
Fucking up other bad guys.
He's a legit psychopath.
Yes.
He's a good psychopath.
Love Rorschach.
Love that guy.
But, like, so many things like, okay, Colossus is made out of metal.
Yes.
He is a giant hard-on. So,
Yes.
what happens when his other shit starts changing?
Well, because he can also turn back into a regular squishy person.
I know, I'm not asking about that. I'm imagining that's probably like a regular-ass boner. That's not the one in question. It's not weird.
So what you're saying is, if he is such a goody two shoes, and he's obviously a goody two shoes.
I'm not asking about the morality of it. I'm asking about the mechanics.
But this is
know
what
what?
I'm getting into. Just
I
give me a
bet you
second.
that metal dick would be cold.
So here's
Probably. Oh, I don't know. He's probably
yeah. Well, you're going to need to rub it to.
I don't know. It's probably still about 98 degrees. I mean,
Maybe.
I think he's still got all of his
Well, then
bits
that
and
would
bobs
be really,
inside.
really hot then, if you think about it.
They call me Cold Steel. So the thing is, okay, so he's a goody two shoes. So like in the movie, he's a goody two shoes, and he's over the top goody two shoes in the middle of a fucking fight where it's like direct throwdown combat going on, right?
He
Where there's
stops
people-
to
he
block
stops
a
to fucking
boot.
do this, right?
He
Okay.
also was ready to not actually fight Angel. He's like, just
So, yeah, I know what to fight the woman. So here's the deal.
she punched him in the goddamn face, and he changed that tune.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's like, okay, you obviously need spanking.
She hit really fucking hard.
So, does he stand there and awkwardly get one of those I've got a confused boner going on where it's like you're fighting me, but suddenly I'm like,
Or is
Maybe.
it just already hard because he's all metal?
Yeah, maybe it is always just
maybe
like
it's just like limp hard.
maybe
It's
can't-
like the statue of David.
I think Jareth is onto it right there, where it's hard, but it goes down because it's too heavy to stand.
Well, that and it's probably not like lifting itself.
No,
because
it's-
the hydraulics involved are
Yeah.
not strong
Yeah.
enough.
I'd
No.
like to point out this is the Deadpool episode, and we are spending the past
think
10
that-
minutes on Colossus's dick.
Hey, I think that Deadpool of all of the comic book characters is the one where this is the most appropriate.
Let me ask you
Exactly.
this: can Colossus move a finger?
Yes.
Your fingers have bones in them and ligaments and tendons. Therefore, his metal penis would just be a normal penis, but flopped.
well, but maybe it wouldn't move because there's no like bones in it. I don't know.
There's no bones in any penis.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Males have.
Our point is that it's erected by a system of hydraulics and pulled tendons.
System of hydraulics and pulled tendons.
Yeah, it's fucking hydraulics, man. Check that shit
He's
out.
not a robot. He's a person that.
The mechanics of it is still called hydraulics. It uses blood, motherfucker. Liquid is causing it to rise.
He's a smart guy.
I would say that since the blood already has to pump to other parts of the body, he's probably adapted his heart to some sort of system to where if he needed to get an erection while being Metal Boy, it would be a normal erection.
Jesus Christ.
I'm assuming there's still skin and tissue underneath the metal. He's not going metal from core to skin.
That's my assumption as well.
Here's a question. Do you think the Beast is a blue furry penis?
Oh my God! How do we get the Beast?
For a certainty.
Yeah,
okay.
no, that would be a thing.
I mean, maybe not like furry all up the shaft.
He's
but
not like blue in his upper torso and lower legs only.
His palms are not hairy, so I'm
That's
assuming
true.
his shaft is actually just blue.
Well, it depends on the comic.
Yeah, I think it's
true.
I think it's blue, not like he's probably like a gorilla. You know, gorillas aren't like.
He doesn't grow hair where you don't normally grow hair. He doesn't have a hairy eyeball, you know, so his shaft is probably like a normal shaft, just blue.
Yeah. All right.
Which blue is
So-
already pretty weird.
So angry.
Do you think
No, not
Xavier
angry.
can still use his penis, or is he like Stephen Hawking?
He could probably use telekinesis to like raise it.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
We're just gonna have to do an all comic book.
Apparently, that's what this has become.
cast.
That's what the next one it's one of the upcoming ones we're going to do. We will do an all vagina, all cock episode.
Here
and
is
we'll
a
comic
question.
cast.
what did you call the episode earlier?
Which one? The pussy pontification? Yeah. Or the vagina dialogues?
the both of them.
Here's another question along those lines. It's another one of those, this is weird, why didn't they think of it? So clearly Wade Wilson can heal like a motherfucker,
Yes.
right? He gets shot through the arm, pretty much like right through here.
Yes. Well, it's he had his hand towards him, so
Yeah. And you can see all the way fucking through it, right?
Yeah.
And we can see it healing, so I get that. But he immediately starts using that hand to shoot.
yeah,
Pretty much all of the things that control your hand are right there.
yeah.
There aren't really that many muscles in the actual hand itself.
Maybe it healed back that quickly. It was a smaller wound than chopping off the whole hand.
That's true.
That's true. I'm just saying, like they
And
show us the hole, and then he's
we're
pulling
talking
the
about
trigger.
that being what, mid-afternoon, and then by what, late evening, he's already got almost the entire hand completely grown back.
He also handles pain extraordinarily well.
Yeah,
Well,
just
and
because he
like-
doesn't, just because it grows back doesn't mean he doesn't feel it.
Yeah.
Well, like we watched him punch Colossus and shatter his hand, and within a minute
He's
and a half,
laying
his
on the
hand
ground.
is fine again, and he's using that hand to saw off his wrist.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I like how
it
he-
was instantaneous that he was shooting again.
You're talking about a guy who literally got shot through the arm, right? He fucking chops his hand off, all that good business. But when he kicks Colossus in the side of the neck, he's laying on the ground going, "Oh God!"
Yeah, like he gets shot in the fucking anus.
Yeah.
Like in the
Right down Main Street.
right in the chocolate starfish is his bullet hole. And he's annoyed. But like he
Low
breaks
priorities.
He breaks his wrist. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna break my other one." Oh,
And then he throws himself up there and kicks him
Well-
in the neck and falls to the ground.
Well, the bullet might not have hurt as much because he does address the fact that he has tried up the pooper stuff before.
Oh yeah,
So-
he's been pegged, but still, there's a son of a bitch. Let's use words here. Everyone's signing, and I have no idea what's happening. They're jazz hands.
Oh, I thought.
Wait. Got it?
Sign language doesn't really work well for podcasts.
Everyone,
It does here. To a
everyone
degree.
at home, everyone around me is on yacht.
I have no idea what he just said.
Said we're an idiot.
You idiot. What was the word you said outside, Jareth, that you didn't know?
You mean the one that wasn't a word, and that's why I was confused?
The one you were like, what is that?
I
was the word?
I misheard. I can't remember what it was.
I don't even remember what was said.
He said,
Damn it.
"Oh, ear protection."
Yeah.
He said
Ear protection.
He said ear protection, and I didn't hear him correctly.
And so you heard Yerpadex?
I heard ear protection, and I was naturally confused. So I was like,
Which
"What the?"
you should be.
It's like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, I was like, "Did I just learn something that sounds fucking crazy?"
Did I just have a stroke? What did you say?
Is this real life right now?
There
Check my mouth. Can I smile?
are weird ass parts of the body. I'm not a
That is
biologist.
true. That is true.
Do I look like a botanist to you?
For all I know, that he could have been talking about some part of the brain or some part of the chin or some weird ass
He said
butt stuff.
Body botanist is plants.
I think
know.
that was the
Oh, was that the
That's-
joke? Okay.
That
I
is
guess
the joke.
that just sailed over my head, I guess.
I really appreciate you bringing that down to our level.
the fuck
He
was
did it. Oh my god. He did the voice.
You want to hear how Allie just like break
No,
to pieces?
shut
All I have
up.
to do is keep up with that.
Oh, God.
If you and I could have a conversation,
We've
in a
already
very
broke her
odd voice-
twice, so let's...
No. You've never heard her actually like fall to freaking pieces.
She's
I'm gonna
Shut
pretty
up,
damn
Matt.
close with Pussy Pontiff. The Pope of Pussy. Oh, look, it's starting again.
That's true.
This is round 2.
This is round 2.
Oh no.
Because we're in the last few minutes of the episode.
The other side of that is the Diocese of Dick.
The Diocese of Dick will be the same episode as the Pope of the vagina.
The Nun of Nuts.
That's exactly right. Now, Allie, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
The father of phalluses.
That's... Yeah, I mean, sure.
That is a very good idea. I like that very, very much.
The Priest of Penis.
How you doing over there?
The
Can we
Cardinal
air
of
this?
Cocks.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
You know why?
Some people.
Well, yeah, probably. But we did this to hear you giggle and snort.
Anyway, so there are still some weird things.
The
and
Vicar of Vaginas.
He's definitely lower on the totem pole than the Pope, though.
Did you all really have to moan as he said that?
Yes, we did. That's what you do. Because he said vicar. Diss and high five.
The cleric of cunt.
Wow. Yes. Yes.
I'm a level 7.
I'm looking for a group.
Would it be sacrilegious to say the altar boys of ass?
Oh no, that's just called Christianity. Or no, I'm sorry, Catholicism.
Catholicism.
Yeah, man, come on.
Oh God.
Well, it would be Christianity, just not all of them have altar boys.
True. So, in regards to the Deadpool movie, did you watch it to the end? I mean, did you get to watch Deadpool's cartoon character jacking off a unicorn?
Not at the very end. If there was anything after the credits, I had to fucking piece out of there. It was
No. It was like during the credits. He's like riding a unicorn, stroking off its horn, and
And then
like
it jacks off a rainbow.
shoots right out the end of it.
Rainbow.
No, I didn't watch the credits, man. I was running late.
Gotcha. Okay. Well,
I got it.
You missed out on that because there wasn't anything else.
I got out of there.
There was a little scene at the end of the credits when he says, "What are you still doing here?"
The Ferris
Did you really-
Bueller.
No, did they do that? I
Yeah,
didn't hang around
he
for
was
it.
him in a robe, and he was like, "Go home. What are you expecting? Samuel Jackson with an eye patch on his head, popping in? You know? No, we don't
That
have that
would've
kind of money."
That would have been awesome.
Yeah,
if
I
they
got
would
out
have
of the-
actually had Samuel Jackson like sitting there going, "God damn, what a piece of shit."
I got out of the theater at like 5:58, so I had to roll.
Yeah, you were boogieing. Which one did you go to?
Downtown.
Downtown, Regal.
Yep. It was the only
Yeah.
one with a showing at the correct time.
That worked out for you.
After
I'm glad you got to see it because it was enjoyable.
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot.
I wish. I think that.
I could say that it is my favorite superhero movie of the year so far.
Can you agree with that statement? Because there hasn't been another superhero movie yet.
I
Civil War
guess.
comes out this year, right?
It does.
I'm looking
Indeed
forward to that
does.
shit also.
So
I've
am
seen
I.
plenty of memes online where it shows the lineup down each side and someone superimposed Spider-Man on one side and Deadpool on the other. That makes me happy.
It actually comes out right around my birthday.
Why are you waggling your fingers like an evil henchman.
I would
because I can.
Those look more like a sea anemone than a evil henchman. Like evil henchman, like an evil henchman maybe who's had like a stroke or two trying to do this.
You know, I can do with my hands what I want when I want.
Oh, I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying,
You know what? I can even do this. Oh,
Oh, look at that. That's a majestic looking bird.
that was two birds.
It's a double backflip.
Tookie.
So, with the Deadpool movie, do you have any additional thoughts at this point in time, Miss Allie?
No.
No.
I will say that if it hadn't been Deadpool, it would have been too much Ryan Reynolds.
I don't know.
Because it's the same character and everything that he does. But it's perfect for Deadpool.
He is, but I don't think that's necessarily his fault.
No, I don't think it's his fault. I never was placing blame. I'm simply saying that had it been any other character that he was portraying, it would have been too much Ryan Reynolds. But I think it was perfect.
Because have you seen
for
him
Deadpool.
in Amityville Horror? He's different in that.
You know what? I have not seen that.
I mean,
honestly.
he's still like kind of a nice guy for most of it, but he gets kind of fucked up and scary by the end of it.
Maybe then I need to check that out because right now I just have Ryan Reynolds as one image in my head. The only other thing I would say
It's like
is that
waiting, but then he became a mercenary.
The only other thing I would say is I can't decide if I like him better as Deadpool or Hannibal King because he was perfect for Hannibal King.
Yeah. I think that he's got a lot more to offer as an actor than he usually gives.
Yeah.
I think that by and large, he's one of those actors that people go to
Right.
with an intention.
Right.
I mean, Matthew McConaughey was the same way forever.
Yeah.
You only ever saw him if I'm going to take my shirt off.
Right.
And I'm going to be like kind of the relaxed, nice guy, but I'm kind of a playboy too.
Right.
That guy. But then we see him in
Reign of Fire.
Reign of Fire,
Oh,
True
yeah, that was
Detective. True
Yeah.
Detective, he fucking killed it.
Ooh, he was really good in A Time to Kill.
Another actor similar to that is
Jim Carrey.
I was going to say Heath Ledger, actually.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Jim Carrey's an incredible actor also.
He is.
But you only ever see him in one type of role.
Right.
Except for the movie 23.
Yeah.
And if you haven't seen that, it's dark as fuck.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen it.
He ends up being the murderer. Boom! Spoiled it.
Spoiler alert.
Jesus.
God, you think we were on some show where you just get to spoil everything and it's okay?
What?
I thought this was the Boilercast,
No.
where we talk about boilers.
Yeah, well, kind of. Boilermakers. So, Dire Monkey, I know you have not had the opportunity to see this movie
Correct.
yet. You still planning on going and seeing it now?
Yeah, I'm going to see it eventually.
Yeah.
To be fair, there's not really a lot to spoil
No,
with
that's
this
true.
movie.
I'd already read the synopsis and everything, so I
Which you did with
Star Wars.
the new Star Wars Hope.
yeah. So
Need to take the movie's amazing.
It's good.
The movie's amazing.
It is. What?
Admit it. Say the words.
It's amazing.
That movie is amazing.
That movie is. Listen, they're playing the Song of My People.
I am going
my
to
God.
shit in his cereal.
pretty sure that's a fire truck.
May have been an ambulance.
Ambulance.
The ambulance.
It's an ambulance.
Could be.
Ambulance. Hey, man, we need an ambulance over here. Where you at? Sycamore Street?
Right off Cox and Swallows.
Swallowing cocks. You say
Swallowing
that shit
Cox.
right.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Does it really matter which order?
Yeah, because you can't say it the other way around. It doesn't work
Sure
as
you
well.
can because you get the cock and then you get to swallow what comes out of it.
It's swallowing cocks. I'll be out swallowing cocks. That's what you say. You say, I'm going to be
What?
on a traffic stop, and they say, go to a location. You say, I'll be out swallowing cocks.
All right.
Whatever.
If you're like at Campbell and Division, does it matter if you say Division and Campbell?
No, for those streets it doesn't, but for swallowing cocks, you say swallowing cocks.
You're always swallowing.
You can't
cocks.
say cock. You can't say cocks and swallow. It's swallowing cocks. You are at swallowing cocks.
Whatever.
That's exactly.
We're talking about this way too long. Moving on.
Moving on up.
What about you, Jareth? Any last thoughts on the movie?
No, I think I dropped all of those in the penis sections.
Yeah,
Okay.
his brain was totally in Colossus's crotch.
Actually, there is one thing.
Nope. Here we go.
Actually, this is just a statement. Like, fucking Ryan Reynolds and Marina Baccarin are like two of the most beautiful fucking people. They're on my list of like 10 people that I would drop everything to be with if they showed up at my door like, hey, you want to spend the rest of your life with me? Kill everybody you know and come with me.
I'm like, done. All you fuckers are dead.
They're pretty high on the list of the 10, too. David Tennant's number 1, though.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. If that motherfucker showed up at my door, I would need no preamble.
All right.
You just be like, fuck you all.
Yeah, peace.
Deuces. I'm going to go be with the doctor.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yep.
If he showed up in a goddamn TARDIS, I'd leave even faster.
Right?
Can I have left yesterday? He's like, yes, I can.
What took you so long? That would make me happy. I got to say, I would probably do the same thing.
This is, of course, my list of people I'd do that to that are still alive.
Fair enough.
Because some of the people on the list would be higher up if they weren't dead.
Such as?
Audrey Hepburn.
Nice.
Fucking
Why are you
beautiful.
getting a squirrely face over there, Dire Monkey?
She just doesn't do it for me.
No?
Nah.
Audrey Hepburn?
Yeah.
You don't like them big old doe eyes?
Not really.
That's
no,
fine.
he's folding himself up on Fuller House right now.
Yeah.
What the hell kind of noise was that?
Was it?
I'll show you later.
Wow.
Giggity. So we're at the last little bit of the episode here, so I want to do this like we typically do, and that is Spoilercast.
The infomercial section.
Yeah, we're us talking about our things. So
I'll talk about my thing if you talk about your thing.
you've been talking about your thing the whole
I've
time.
been talking about
No, he's been
Colossus'
talking about-
thing.
yeah.
So we're going to be doing a spell book episode here pretty quickly. So I want to know, is there anything new and exciting happening over here at the whole wide world of Spellbook Studios?
April 15th.
April 15th is my birthday.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Not anymore.
Tax day, motherfucker.
April
That's my
15th.
birthday.
That's what I can say.
All right.
Wait,
I'll
is
be-
that when taxes are due?
Yeah.
Good, because I still haven't done mine.
You still have some time.
Yep.
Just
Get
don't-
on it.
Yeah, you should probably do that.
Get down on it.
I was going to procrastinate,
Nah.
but
Nah.
then I put it off to later.
Nah. So, anything happening over in the wide world of Flick Freakers?
Not since the last time we did an episode. We didn't end up doing a thing last night, yesterday morning, rather.
Are you doing the skit?
As far as I know, that's why we didn't do an episode yesterday. We're holding out for a cameraman.
Yeah. Know, either of you know a person who could be a cameraman? I know Alex did cameraman stuff back in Wings when we were in grade school, but...
He did. I can see
think-
if he'd be available.
I think we'd also need the equipment also. I think
Yeah,
that's part of the
We're
issue.
lacking in equipment for
Yeah,
sure.
Gotcha. Okay.
And he might also be lacking in time anyway. His dad's got
Gotcha.
him on a pretty tight work.
Furthermore,
schedule.
we're looking for a location, and so that's something else that we're still functioning on. So, other than that, and of course, be on the lookout for what it is we are speaking with from Flick Freaks at a later point in time.
Yes.
It'll be comical. I think it'll be good. It looks pretty funny.
I'm so
I think
glad
we've
our-
got. I think the next episode we're going to do is our brackets for the thingies. I don't know. Has that already happened?
What, the Oscars?
Yeah,
That's tonight.
that's tonight. Okay, then they already did their brackets. I didn't do a bracket.
Nope. There you go.
Yay!
I don't know why you keep looking at me. I'm so out of the loop here.
Yay!
Yeah.
You're prettier than he is.
Giggity.
Oh, thanks, Jared.
You're welcome.
That's just a matter of perspective.
Nope. It's a mathematical fact.
Okay. Again.
Based on number of holes?
Oh, hey.
How? That's what's up.
Wait a minute.
Thank you.
Ouch.
So,
I couldn't think of any other way it could be mathematical.
well,
Yeah, I was just gonna let that one go.
Hey,
Diamond.
geometry's math
I would
too,
also
man.
like to point out, technically speaking, I have the same number of holes as everybody else.
That's true.
Technically speaking. So,
You don't have the same number of holes as me.
I don't, you're probably,
Sorry, Internet. That was sold by the look I gave him, and
Wow.
yep.
and you guys weren't able to
I got
enjoy
nothing.
that.
You can't, I got nothing. So we need to get over to our Patreon account, become a supporter of what it is we're doing here, because this is insanity at its finest. Support us so we can continue to.
Are you seduced yet?
No. Support us. I'm going to put my hood up so I don't have to look at you. God
That's
damn.
probably a good idea.
So support us so we can continue to give you some of this madness that we're droning on about as of right now, because it is wildly funny. And if you would like, get over to our main website here at alltowermedia.com or alltowerpodcast.com and check out some of the shirts that we were talking about. Hopefully we'll have a new shirt from some of the crap that was said during this episode. Josh, you better make sure that we do, because this is...
Pussy pontification.
And then across the back, it'll say...
The Pope of Pussy.
Pope of Pussy.
I say you just put a big hat with some sort of clitoral-looking knob on the end of it.
Well, you just make a Pope hat like normal, and
That's
then
what I'm
just...
saying.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like a vagina anyway.
Yeah, now that you
Oh,
think
God.
about it, you can't stop.
Who would actually wear that out in public, though?
I would.
I would.
Yeah, of course you all would.
Well, yeah, because we're insane.
Yeah, you are.
You kidding me? I'm still drawing a picture of him wearing a wizard robe and a wizard hat, and I'm going to wear that.
Oh, God.
What I really want to do is get him to wear a shirt of him.
Me wearing it. How meta is that?
That would be
That'd
awesome.
be fantastic.
This is a shirt of me as a wizard.
Yes. Yes, that's perfect.
See? You can't even stop yourself from laughing at that.
It's like how that sounds like something that a caricature of like a really like I should be living in my mom's basement. Like, here's this shirt I made of me as a wizard.
Be like,
Do you see it?
Worship me.
They call me the Warlock.
I'm pretty cool. I've played D&D for 20 years. I have a really high charisma stat.
Amazing saving throws. All right, so that is...
Are you seduced yet?
Throw me that dice. Throw it.
I need my dice.
Throw it. Damn it.
Is it going to be a natural 20? It better be.
It's an 18. I'm
pretty
not
damn close.
I'm not quite seduced yet.
What, do I have to roll a crit to make that happen?
Yes, I'm a boss.
That's baloney.
This is a boss fight, biatch. All right, so make sure you get over, like us, share us on Facebook. You should probably also get over and check out some of our good friends, such as D.A. Roberts, who's got some excellent books out, not only for Spellbook Studios, which is The Infinite Black, which is one of their games, which you should totally go download and play, or Critter Catch, or Undead Hero.
Yep.
Pow, that's what's up.
Rings of Night.
And Rings of Night. You need to make sure you get over and check those things out. You should also check out his books. He's got 5 of them out now. The 5th one just rolled out for his story of Ragnarok Rising. Get over there and check those things out. Get over and check out what's Dan Jones's book?
Propitiation?
I should probably learn to say that.
Or infectious diseases in cattle.
Giggity.
If you're going to keep announcing it, then yes, you should learn how
Well,
to
as
say
long as I have Jareth here, I'll have someone else say it for me.
it. Okay, because I'll never remember that.
That's true. But the artwork on it is amazing. So make sure you get over, check it out.
To those of you who do not know, a propitiation is like an offering given in
Yes.
supplication to, say, a deity.
I know what it is defined as. I just have struggle with the word.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
Fucker.
You look like you're about to cry.
I just don't know why I'm here anymore.
You do too. You do too.
You
So,
two entertain yourselves enough. You don't fucking need me.
we need papers. We have to act as a soundboard for this madness. We have to project it somewhere. That's why I sit facing you.
Oh, good. And I'm the victim.
Victim nothing. So get over, check our stuff out. Get over, check out Spellbook Studios. Make sure you get over there and check out at least the forums. Allie, do you know why?
Because you can win shit.
What?
Yeah.
Hey, when are you going to win stuff? Dire Monkey, you
We
got
don't have
stuff?
a new contest up yet.
Not yet?
I'm gonna say, not right now, but I'm going to say probably around April 15th we'll probably do another contest.
Oh, weird. See, it lines up whenever they're going to give us an announcement.
I know.
It's also on your birthday. Maybe it'll be like...
Maybe you'll win.
Maybe not.
And you and Josh need to figure out a time where we can sit down and do a episode of Spellcast.
Yes, we do. We need to turn around. We're going to do one the other direction. So we'll have all of those things lined up and coming for you here in the next several weeks, months, days, weeks, years, whatever.
1,000 infinities.
Exactly. From now until Eternia. Other than that, boys, don't question it. Just roll with it.
By the power of Grayskull?
By the power of
You're the one
Grayskull.
breaking it up. He's rolling with it.
He stopped and gave me a question mark look. As of right now, that has been our episode for the Deadpool.
Oh, God. He went back to the smooth jazz voice.
Goodbye, Internet.
Bye, Internet.
Oh, God. Bye.
I love turtles.